Peace, Internet. It's me, Davon Raymond, aka Bonnie. Thank you so much for checking out Lazy Vlogs here on the Davon Raymond X YouTube channel. That was a mouthful. I feel like I mixed up a couple of my intros, like the podcast intro and like the Lazy Vlog intro. I feel like I mushed them together. Peace, Internet. So I'm not chilling in front of my house, not doxing myself. Somebody lives here, though rest in peace. They are passed. Where am I right now? I will show you. I'm here at a somewhat local grave or cemetery that has like this pavilion. I don't know what you call this rooftop. There's a word for it. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, we are here at a cemetery. But this is a spot where I can set up the camera, and it's kind of aesthetically pleasing and hopefully less windy for the mic. So what could I possibly have to share with you in these lazy vlogs since I just chatted with you last week? Well, I have been doing some applications. If you guys are not familiar with my story, you can go back and check the previous lazy vlogs or podcast episodes. But if you want the TLDR, I am currently jobless, living at my mother's house. I was working last month at a place and got very tired of all of the BS that you get with working with quick serve restaurants or whatever. But I also just knew, if you checked my previous videos, I knew I was trying to be done with working with fast food. So I just put in a few applications, some to the state in Long Island. You guys know I'm here in the capital of New York, but I would like to relocate to where the water is. Now, I do still have like that feeling of wanting to act, and I did talk about acting a few lazy vlogs ago, but what is more important right now is focusing on auditions where I have my money, my savings are slowly getting pissed away, or, well, that scared me. Seeing my reflection in the window behind me, I'm like, well, I thought you were, rest in peace. But yeah, what's the more important, thinking about acting or thinking about getting my money together? So that's just where it's at. Like, I have to put in these applications so I can get back to work. So I put in a few applications to the state and a few applications to like semi-local, just like retail businesses, and actually have an interview on Monday, so tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. It's not for any like big amount of money. It's literally just so I can get my savings going again, and I can really make a decision on the next move I want to do. It's so tough for me because you guys probably feel the same. If you have to move, like if you have this feeling like you want to move, or in your heart you've wanted to move for so long, or like me, you did eventually move away, then you had to move back home, and now you're thinking like, I want to move away again. So many things have passed through my mind for destinations, goals, what do I actually want to do, and just whenever I'm scrolling through the internet, which I wish I scrolled less, my God, I wish I scrolled less. Whenever I'm scrolling through the internet, I eventually see some surfing content, and when I see that, I'm like, yep, definitely miss Rhode Island. I can see myself just back there at Narragansett Beach, like right now, looking for that Carlos guy. You guys may have heard a story of mine previously in some other episode, me talking about Carlos. I'm there at Narragansett Beach, one of the first few times that I'm surfing. This was last year, and it was the evening time, I believe. I think it was closer to the evening. Yeah, it was actually. I can't remember exactly, but I think I talked about it in a night surf video on a different channel. I'll find that video and I'll leave the link in the description, because it was like a evening surfing session at Narragansett Beach, which was so nice. The water was so nice. The beach was less populated because the sun was going down. The waves weren't really intense anymore, but it was still like warm water. It was genuinely so nice to have that experience, to have access to the beach in the afternoon. Like, that's incredible. That's what I've always imagined. I imagined surfing in the daytime, but surfing in the afternoon, that was like a special little treat that I didn't even know it was going to feel that satisfying. So definitely leave the video below where I talk about my experience right after it happened. I show you the beach and stuff. But I'm pretty sure that same day, if not this day, then another day, I was at the beach, and this guy named Carlos, an OG surfer in the Rhode Island or East Coast community, and, he had this 50-year-old longboard, and, he let me ride it. He's like, look, basically, he didn't say this, but he's like, look, well, he did say this. Your Wavestorm surfboard is basically a toy. Now, that's his perspective. A lot of people are going to disagree. I don't know. I'm the kook newbie surfer who doesn't really know what's valid and what's not. So I'm just going to go with what he said, at least for now. So but he basically said like he's been surfing his whole life, and that if I want to get proper waves, and the reason why I'm struggling, part of the reason why I'm struggling so much to catch waves, because he saw me out there. I'm not just out there doing nothing. I'm literally out there trying to catch waves, and he sees me failing and failing and failing and failing. And he chats with me for a while. You know, he lets me ride. He's like, you know, switch with me. He slides his board over to me. First he gives me some tips while I'm on my board. Then he says you should give this a try because he thinks I'm cool, and he wants me to, you know, he wants me to give it a try. He doesn't want me to give up on surfing. He wants me to try real board while I'm there in the ocean and have fun. And I'm sure people do that all across the surfing community, and that's awesome. I love that. Got a little distracted because we got somebody driving through here. I mean, it is a cemetery, y'all. I don't expect a whole lot of privacy. Anyway, so yeah, experiences like that come to mind when I just see like a surfing video, and it makes me want to go back to Rhode Island so I can continue my surfing journey. And this is all just like a narrative in my own head and really has no bearing on anybody else and doesn't really mean anything if I go back to Rhode Island or go somewhere else. But I definitely have that feeling, and that's really what this particular video is about. It's just sharing that feeling of, damn, I miss surfing so much. I do. I really, ooh. There is a massive beetle bug thing I'm staring at the ground. It's dead. Ugh, yuck. This is a little bit random, but it's not so random because I do like drinking ice cold water. So right now I'm drinking Poland Spring water. This apparently is it a Maine? What? It's like something. Poland Spring, is it Maine? Yeah, proudly sourced in Maine. Oh yeah. So, do you guys drink Saratoga water? Do you guys drink Poland Spring? Do you drink your local grocery store's store brand water? You know, when I was living in Rhode Island, I remember going to Stop and Shops, and I'm pretty sure I got the Stop and Shop water. In the past, I've gone to Walmart. I've got the Walmart water, and then in Market 32s as well, in like Massachusetts and New York. You know, so I've been to like the proper grocery stores. I haven't really been to Trader Joe's. I know that's like a big one, but yeah, I like hearing people's favorite types of water. I'm always gonna go spring. I'm probably always gonna go spring water over like all of these other words. Alkaline, I can't even tell you what that means. You know, pH, whatever. I don't know. I dropped out of chemistry in college, to be honest, so I really don't know what alkaline is, but I'm sure it's something. Something to do with electrons in metals. All right, I'm done. So, yeah. Cheers, and I appreciate you guys so much for watching the Lazy Vlogs. I wish I had a little more to share with you today, but it really was just sharing the moment, sharing the feeling, and if you guys want to see the OOTD, I'll give you a shot of that, but it's pretty embarrassing. As cold as it is, I'll show you, as cold as it is, here I am, wearing shorts. Hopefully I don't look ashy. Hold on, let me fix my socks and make sure that they're at least even. Okay. Yeah. Not the most stylish outfit, but I knew that I had to get out of bed. You know, my niece is over. I gotta get some exercise. She's running around the house being a little crazy 2-year-old, so I'm gonna let her do that. She's not wild, but you know, what 2-year-old is well behaved? Am I right? I'll be here all week. Zing, zing, zing. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching the Lazy Vlogs. Again, my name is Davon Raymond, aka Bonnie, or Von. Really, Von. But I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and keep your eyes peeled for the PFTE Peace from the East podcast, which is something I like to do basically every week. I want to do Lazy Vlogs like twice a week, so you guys are getting my face throughout the week, and you're not just, you know, forgetting about me. But no, so you're not that, and also, so you just have something to look forward to. I know what it's like when you open up your YouTube, even if you're only into me for like, you know, like a month or something. I know what it's like when you have someone that you fuck with or you're interested in, and they are uploading on a regular basis, because we're all opening our YouTube on a regular basis. We all are. So it's nice when we see, like, yay, a new podcast episode from, the TMGW, the This Might Get Weird podcast with Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart, a podcast that I love to watch. And if you guys are a fan too, comment below, let me know. I'd love to talk more about that podcast and about my appreciation for Mamrie Hart and Grace Helbig, and, even Hannah Hart, even though she's been MIA for a while. But, I love YouTubers. I've been a fan of YouTube since YouTube. So, thank you guys since it began. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.